really like
We're
Spider-Man.
talking about Spider-Man here on Realm of
We are?
Rivalry. We're live.
Oh!
Having a debate.
Welcome, everyone.
Man, might not.
We didn't get as far as the debate. We just talked about, what's up. So, let's go ahead and do some intros of our players before I dive into a quick recap. We'll start at the top left with Emily.
I'm not used to starting still. This is weird. Hi, I'm
Yeah.
Emily, and I play Sir Everett of Benoit. And we'll see how our precious wallflower does.
Awesome. In the middle with Rebecca.
Hi, I'm Rebecca, and I am playing Bowie of Kent, and I am here to do what I'm told
Are you
and
though?
hopefully get some glory and fight someone and maybe convince my sire to do something exciting and fun.
Good luck with that.
That's me.
Yeah. We'll go to Nicole next. Nicole, you're up.
I'm Nicole. I'm playing Sir Elian, who is trying to find their way back to the mortal realm. And yeah, looking for their no good brother. You made it quiet.
I'm muted, that's why.
Here.
You're back. You're just, see how well you deal with being back. That's a very different thing. All right. So, Donkey. Serpentine Muse
Wait,
with
what?
the Prime subscription. Appreciate it.
Oh, wow. They sound super cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Decent. I appreciate it, for real. Let's do a quick recap. So we are dealing with the Duchy of Glevum. The late Duke Eldol has left his lands to a kind of succession war. We have his eldest daughter and the grandson from his firstborn son's line. Normally, this succession would be pretty straightforward. However, there's lots of talk about how Sir Challen's may not be legitimate, which would put into question his right of succession.
Ooh, poetic.
Indeed. Duke Eldol was a very old man, and his people were very warlike, and many of them died, leaving very few children left. Tonight, we move to the county of Clarence and the city of Corinium. The three of you begin to surround it. We'll go ahead and dive in. All right. This is just a for reference picture. It's not necessarily accurate. Maybe we'll give you guys a little bit of fun as we come along here. Just pull up some oracle tables.
Ooh.
All right. Do we want Bowie or Every to roll?
Or?
Neither of both of us tend to get wild rolls. You know what? Let Bowie go for it.
What's the role specifically?
Rebecca did okay.
I need
Last
two D100s.
Oh, it's
okay.
one of
So
those.
it has. Do you want to each roll a D100 then?
Let's do it. Each person's getting a D100. Go
Okay.
for it.
Cool.
$3.99.
Boys.
Neither of us should have rolled.
We don't know. It's probably on a table. And no idea what that even means. It could be good, it could be bad, it could be
How are we doing, Bob?
just different. Just something
Different.
Just silly.
Just
Different. You know. So different.
It's gonna be fine.
I mean, this is some. You got a 99. That's
I got a 99.
one of the best agents out there.
What happens if I had gotten 100? That would have been cool. Or
Right.
really bad, I don't know.
Or terrible.
I would have taken a picture of it regardless, because like, what are the odds you're gonna roll 100 on a D100?
Okay, so interestingly enough, I know exactly what this means.
Tell us.
So as the two of you go heading into Corinium, which is one of the great 8 civitas of former Romano Britain, so it is what remains of a particularly and what's the words I'm looking for? There aren't much in the way of cities unless the Romans left them in this era of Britain. So to be in a place like this, if you're not too familiar with it, it's significantly bigger than something like Bath. Part in the water in the distance that doesn't exist. Everything else does. But as you come through, you hear a lot of noise, and you oversee something. Oh no, it didn't work. Damn it.
Oh no.
Give me one sec. What did it say? Which one am I missing? Give me 1 second. I shall fix it.
Yeah.
I think I know what it is.
Nice. Look at this kitty.
Love it.
Dance.
Okay. Let's see. See if that solved it. Aha!
All right. I don't have to be goofy anymore to entertain.
All right. I love the idea of this. You come across a situation where there are two farmers fighting. One of them is an older man. Yeah. One of them is an older man, and so this is for Every as you come in. You see that the other man is quite angry at a lady. She's like on the ground, and he's picking up rocks, and he's make a. Are you British Christian or pagan?
That's an excellent question.
Yeah. Should have it
I
under your
want to
religion.
say I'm a Christian. I want to say I'm pulling up the character sheet.
I think
I'm
you
used
are
to being
as
a pagan,
well.
but I'm pretty sure I'm a Christian. I am an Aryan Christian.
That works. Go ahead and roll that skill plus 10.
That skill plus 10. Aryan Christian. Where would that be skill wise?
Religion.
Okay. Ooh, my religion's low. Ooh, I am not a devout man. Let's go.
Okay.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
So, why don't you test mercy and justice as well?
Okay, mercy and justice.
Yeah.
Come on, buddy.
All right. Merciful. Let's go. That's also a failure. And then you said just?
Yeah.
Oh, please be just. Please let me get something. Okay, I got
Oh, thank
just.
goodness.
You can tick that.
Okay. I got one.
So,
I have just and arbitrary.
right. So
I love
every you don't really. So you hear this man. I guess both of you, both Every and Bowie. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna give Bowie his own little event because we need a little bit of Bowie doing Bowie stuff too. So we'll say
Okay.
that Bowie
Bowie.
maybe went ahead to retrieve something for you, so you're on your
Okay.
own for a minute.
Lovely.
So you pass by alone. Maybe you went ahead with your brothers actually because you were traveling with your brothers. So you pass this. You're on your own here. You hear this commoner reciting biblical references, something about the right to stone her to death, and he certainly looks like he's about to. Now with a religion fail, I don't think you know. I think you probably buy that it's it's that you're not crossing the right references in your biblical references to know that to counteract that. And maybe you're a little harsh about it. You're like, well, if she did something wrong against him, maybe that's how it needs to be. But I think your just calls you to investigate a little bit more.
Yep. I'm gonna go between them if I can,
Yeah.
so that he's not able to throw more rocks at her.
Okay. He hasn't started yet, but he was just about to. Just give me a horsemanship roll. Because he moves with
Seems
emotion.
it.
He stops last minute, but he almost it's enough to startle your horse potentially. Since you're not on your war horse right now, you're on a riding horse.
Trying to
I don't even know if you have a war horse with Every.
If
Yes.
I have a horse. I know that for sure.
Yeah. Usually
I
mercenary
think-
knights don't rock.
I think I get a
multiple
bonus
horses.
to my horsemanship too, but I might have already added it to the score. I have the opposite of Bowie's.
Yeah, that's fair.
Bowie has the negative to his horsemanship. I have the positive to my horsemanship.
Fair.
But I think I might already be there. Oh, okay, cool.
Okay, so
Nice.
your horse rears, but you do not topple off in the process. And he looks... Well, he's impassioned right now, right? So he looks like he wants to tear her apart. And it looks like he looks at you with threatening eyes, but he doesn't act.
I'm not going to take out my sword. I'm just going to... You know how you see in movies where they, push it slightly out of the hilt just a little bit as, a threat of, I will draw it.
Yeah.
He's going to do that. Just,
Okay.
I'm taking the
slightly...
safety off.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. He's essentially oh, you're gonna look like you're gonna hit me, I will hit you, essentially.
Okay. He backs off a step, but he doesn't yield entirely his position.
What's happening here?
She slept with him. She did. He's my brother.
Oh no. Oh, it's worse. Everett being the person that he is and the deeply private person he is, kind of you believe that she, who I'm assuming is your wife, slept with your brother.
You have it right.
How are you sure?
Um,
Did you witness it? Not
Let me
fine.
see what he said. I'm gonna do something real quick.
Why does that have to be my one? Oh, we would have loved this shit.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that bad or good?
Imagine Every said it and then wish he hadn't said it.
Yeah, it's just like, oh.
He says, I did. And the other man, who's like got a bruised face, said he didn't. He says, I did. I found you in the room together. And he.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
No, you go. Finish your
No.
sentence.
Let's see what you come to
With that information, because Everett deeply hates having to ask about any of this, he kind of like almost doubles a little bit and like, God. You witnessed them in a room together?
He had his shirt off. She was on the bed.
Okay. Yeah, alright. He's gonna turn to the other side and look at the woman. Are you sleeping with his brother?
She looks terrified and she says, no. Give me a trusting versus suspicious. Please.
Yeah, I was like, she's under threat of her life right now. That's not going to be the most. Oh, they're even. How did that happen? Trusting. No. Suspicious. Oh, well.
All right.
I trust her, apparently.
You tick it.
Yep, got it. Sorry. Everybody's going to nod. Then look at the brother. Are you sleeping with your brother's wife?
No. No, of course not.
Why were you in her room?
And he like takes a deep breath and he sighs and he says, this will sound ridiculous. He's like, but I tore my shirt today and she was sewing it for me.
Turn back to the woman. Why were you fixing the shirt in bed? By the way, Every is just as pained as I am asking
Yeah.
this question. He is in mortal pain right now.
Yeah. She just says, that's why I like to sew. It's not lining up for me super well.
Why did I roll trusting?
Yeah.
Why did I trust? Because Emily knows that there's something. She deserve to get stoned to death.
Would you like to test intrigue on Every to see if he picks
I
up?
would love to trust it. Test intrigue because like that statement alone is a little weird.
In bed is my favorite place to sew.
It's my favorite place to sew. Oh, thank Jesus.
Yeah. These are uneducated folk, just in case we didn't establish that. They spend most of their life picking turnips, right? So,
yeah.
And not in like a modern farmer agricultural way.
Mm-hmm. Do I believe that statement? With the succeed.
You're finding some blurriness in the middle. Like I think you buy that they, especially with the trusting score, you buy that they didn't do anything.
That they didn't. Yeah, they didn't accomplish anything, but something here is fishy.
Yeah.
Your favorite place to sew is in bed.
Well, it's comfy. We don't have a very big house.
But you can understand why your husband feels that this is inappropriate.
Of course, and
You're sitting in bed in a room.
I'm very sorry
with a shirtless man.
His brother.
His brother. You would. That doesn't stop some people. So. Turn to the husband. Everybody just full on doing it. couples therapy session. Very poor one. They didn't. It doesn't seem they did anything.
I found them.
I understand, but it doesn't seem that anything happened.
How do you know? You weren't there. I could see it in their eyes.
Why?
He is impassioned. I will note that.
He is.
This is
He is. Yeah, I'm gonna get off my horse.
Yeah.
I've been sitting on my horse, just like turning to every. I'm just gonna get off the horse. I'm trying to level with this man.
I will allow you this too. You passed your just, and so like a matter like this is technically you don't have right over these lands.
Yeah.
And neither does he. Just owns somebody in the middle of.
Okay, that makes me feel better.
So this would typically be the matter of the local sheriff, if he's still alive after St. Albans.
Yeah. Is your sheriff around by chance?
Who do you ask that to?
The husband.
Shrugs.
Do you know? Looks at the brother.
No, Sir Knight. I don't.
Just look at the wife. I don't even ask. He just turns and looks.
She shrugs it, but says, his office is that way. I could lead you to it.
I have no authority to judge this matter. And frankly, he's gonna turn to the husband. Neither do you. To stone her in the street. I understand you're rather zealous, but it should be handled by your sheriff. You can both plead your case and figure out where to go from here. I would like to take it to your sheriff.
She says, yes, take me as well. I can be held accountable until the trial.
Everything is so fucking suspicious. I don't know what's happening. Why don't, if you all are all right with it, why don't we all just walk down? Everyone.
Okay. I'm gonna get you to test something. I don't know what that is that you're testing.
Okay.
Give me a sec.
Pick something I have a good score in, Bob, please.
I don't know
For
if
some
it's
reason,
possible.
my imagination has moved
I don't
us from
think it's
medieval
possible.
England.
Yeah.
To what? Oh, to me.
For some reason, to like the Wild West. It went from medieval England to the Wild West in my
That's what this feels
imagination
like.
right
The
now.
minute the word sheriff came up, I was like, ah,
Yeah.
now it feels like Wild West, kind of.
The sheriff
It's either the
enacts
Wild
the-
West or a vampire.
right?
I don't think it's going to be something I have a
Please-
high score in.
Please test honest.
Honest. Okay. Yay.
Okay.
Yay!
And I will test.
Something.
Okay. He looks irate, but I think because you passed, I think he will accompany you. You show enough honesty with the case, and he's convinced that he has a favorable outcome here.
Yeah. Yeah, every also fully admitted he didn't want to do it. So I'm gonna ride with them on either side of me. If anyone tries to like cross the horse barrier to get after each other, I'm going to move the horse barrier towards them, which is going to
Oh my god.
ideally shove
Horse
them out of the way.
barrier. Yeah,
Horse
it's fair.
barrier.
Okay.
Horse barrier.
We will cut scenes there.
Okay.
And I think it's only fair now that we do 2D100 again, one from Emily and one from Rebecca for Bowie.
Let's do it. I want you to
this.
get something crazy, please.
Dude, Bowie would be asking so many like different questions.
Oh yeah, no,
It is so much better that this was
Every.
your
Oh my god,
thing.
Every's poor, like, quiet, private self who just had to ask people if they had sex with their relatives.
Yes.
Oh no, Every. 22 and 52. See? Here we go. Those are some normal numbers.
We shall see. Probably someone murdered his grandfather.
Good god. That's true.
The amount of times I've seen like the, older person prompt all the justice events or like somebody's grandfather.
Listen, I got adultery on like a weird amount of levels, so
Okay.
Yeah, you got.
Here's a situation I'm interpreting this now. So Bowie, you're with Every's brothers, Uthergi and Kerwin. And while you're moving through the city to kind of go towards where you're supposed to stay, you find a number of guards that are wearing the red bear banner specifically, and they seem to be holding up the street, preventing anyone from going through. The only problem is that's where you were intending to stay. And you hear like Earthgree and Kerwin go, "Do you think they'll let us through?" As you get close, they say they ask them to state their business, and Earthy does. Says they're from Gentian. The moment he says they're from Gentian, they tell him that unfortunately no one is permitted right now under the orders of Lady Helly. And Earthgy and Kerwin look distressed because they're like, what are we going to do? That's where we're going to stay.
And we weren't invited by anyone. We were sent specifically by, what was
You were
the name
sent
of the guy
by the people from Ridderchin, the two barons from from Gentian, I meant to say. The two barons from
right.
From Every's new manor, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, they might be from Gentian, but I am here from Kent, and they are with me. Originally from Kent.
Do you say originally, or do you start with that?
Yeah, I'll say because I'm not gonna like straight up lie. Those, I originally am from Kent.
I will allow you.
Gentian.
I want you to make 3 rolls for me. Honest, intrigue, and courtesy.
Ooh. Honest, done failed.
Doesn't mean you're not being honest. It just means you're not giving off the vibe of.
Yeah, it just means they don't believe me. Yeah. Yeah. And then courtesy. Success. And then intrigue, right? Do. Success. Success on courtesy and intrigue. Failure on honor.
Okay, so they ask, and you hail from where then, Squire?
I am originally of Kent, but recently have been moved with my sire to Gentian. Quite recently, in fact.
Okay, I'll give you this because you passed the intrigue, and I forgot to say it, so we'll back it up. Mentioning Gentian right now is like a swear word for these guys. It seems like they're on red alert for that. Doesn't mean you have to be dishonest, but you could refer to yourself in every sort of
right. He was from Benoit, right? Yeah, before most recently Benoit for a bit of a stayover.
Okay, so you mentioned Benoit as like the place
that oh my god, Ivray was stationed before.
Okay.
I guess we were in. No, Benoit works.
But Merlin's probably the most recent, but
yeah.
Summerlin would be more accurate and more truthful for you, because otherwise you're stretching into the past.
Right.
I will allow that, but it's going to be
a
different role.
Yeah. We'll say Summerland then. We just recently went through Summerland, stayed there for a spell.
Oh. Summerland. Are you one of King Cadwey's guests?
We did fight with him in a battle most recently.
They look confused.
Quite recently.
Did he send you here? Or
no.
And yet you arrive. What business do you and your sire and these knights have here in Cranium exactly?
Well, these men are my sire's brothers, and we were sent to check on the situation, right?
Yes.
Simply sent to see how things are faring.
Do you want to name drop one of those barons? Is that what you're looking for?
Yes, I am. Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to verify if that's if you're only doing that because you don't have their names, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, you know, it'd be awesome as if I wrote their names in there. 1 sec. So there's two, right? There's one is Bishop Cadfile, right?
Right. That's right.
The other one didn't put his name in either. Dang it. 1 sec. Find him very quickly.
Oh, they dropped Cadfile's name. Because I remember that I think Cadfile was the one that spoke directly to me.
Yeah, Cadfile's the one you named. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They say, oh, why didn't you say so?
Well, I was about to.
The bishop said he would be most interested in speaking with Lady Helly soon. If you represent the bishop, then please. Sorry for our intrusion.
No, but of course you're doing your job. And that's what I'm trying to do.
All right. We'll give you like 10 glory for that too.
Hey.
It seemed mentioning like church business seemed to like change their mind a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll cut over to Nicole next. Nicole, I need 2d100 from you, please.
I was on mute. Separately or all together?
Either or.
95 and 68.
All right, let's see what you cooked up.
So close.
Very interesting. Okay. Alien, I need you to roll a couple of things for me. I need you to roll suspicious, awareness, and I'm thinking on the third. Killing it.
Super not aware.
Yeah.
Suspicious awareness.
Already very much failed.
Oh, no.
So suspicious awareness, and we'll do. Trying to think of what this one would be. It's got to be something good. Let me think about that.
Flirting.
No, absolutely not. Not in this case, anyway. Let's test reckless for me, please.
Same thing.
That was a success.
Awesome. This is the worst case scenario you could have rolled out of those three.
Lovely.
Yeah.
No.
Tick reckless for me. You aren't really fully paying attention to your surroundings per se, and as you end up going to stable your horse, you end up like maybe you're in your head a bit, or you're thinking of how much things have changed. Like the last time you were in Corinium, there was certainly a lot more like a pagan presence, and now it seems to be very church oriented. Or at least there was a good mixture. Like there's always been, since the Romans have come, there's always been the church side, but the Dabuni people still had a lot of tribal aspects to them. Now that's gone. As a result, you find yourself in a situation where there are a number of men stabling their horse, like knights, at the same time, and they all stop talking, and it's kind of too late. Like you realize you're right in the center of probably a conversation you should have overheard, but the worst part is you didn't really overhear it either, because you were still in your head about Fairy. And now you're
No.
already like knee deep in the interruption.
Annie.
What would you like to do with this?
I imagine she looks surprised because she suddenly noticed this.
You know what I'll do? I'll
yes.
give you a heraldry check as well.
Oh, fantastic. She's great at that.
Okay.
Doing great.
So I think you miss a very key aspect of this guy's heraldry. You see a number of them. A lot of them, they're like bushier looking men, thick beards. Save for one that's clean shaven, a shaved head, and a very, very prominent scar like on his face. He's very like muscular. He's probably like 6'5", big dude, and
Hi.
he just nods your way as they all fall silent. He just nods your way.
You're just gonna have a nod back and then continue. Shouldn't hear anything interesting. Let's pretend none of this happened.
Do you say anything to them as you kind of like go about your business?
Good day.
Yeah, they don't speak. They just nod to you, and I think they one by one they kind of all shuffle out. It's almost too nonchalant. Like it seems like they're trying hard to be very nonchalant here.
I'm suspicious, but Elliot isn't.
Yeah, right. Well, I think in this case you could be suspicious. That test was to see if you were suspicious in your approach. Like, I'm going into this stable. I don't know. I'm going to keep my awareness around me and my wits about me. You weren't. You were kind of lost in your head instead. So you ended up caught off guard, right? But if you want to be suspicious of them now, you absolutely can be. You just don't have any clues or breadcrumb trails to follow them.
Great. Okay.
All right. Did you want to do anything as we leave that scene?
Not in this scene. I mean, I think they're gonna try and look at their faces just for memory's sake in a heraldry. Just, if she sees them again. They were being weird. The big guys probably be the easiest to notice again.
Very true. Okay. I won't make you roll on that. You'll just be able to do so. I think we cut back to Every as you.
I need to know.
Yeah.
I need to know.
You need to know the outcome.
I was like, even if we don't RP it, just tell me what happened.
Back to Bowie, like in the corner of the sheriff office, just with his hand in his head in his hands, just like, oh no.
You did meet the sheriff.
Yeah.
So he was present. He was not at Elvin's, or at least he returned here.
Okay.
He looks really annoyed by this, but not at you.
Yeah.
Just like at the inconvenience of this. And he puts all three of them in a holding cell. Like separate ones.
Probably the best outcome.
I
mean,
there's no like trial. There's no talking it out at this point. Like he's just throwing them in a cell.
Yeah, and then the husband starts shouting those passages, and he takes a bucket of water, pee, and just throws it at him.
At the guard, at the sheriff.
No.
No, at the
sheriff takes
husband.
The sheriff takes his like a pee bucket and throws it into the cell.
Okay.
As the guy's
okay.
That's
not calming down.
That's better.
Everybody's just going to kind of lean on the wall, watching this absolute mess, and he's just going to look at the sheriff. Do you think that this happened, or you know this place better than me?
Oh, probably.
Oh, probably.
He doesn't seem very concerned with getting to the bottom of this.
He's like, yeah, she probably did. It's fine.
Yeah. It seems like he's being very arbitrary, one might say.
Will
Fantastic trait for a sheriff.
she be killed for that?
No. Well, no. I would say no. There's a highly unlikely. Certainly not stoned to death. But there's always a risk.
I don't think they did. I don't know if the intention was there, but I don't think they did. If that helps at all. I just kind of got ambushed by it on the street.
He looks at you and says, what makes you say that? He doesn't sound challenging as much as curious.
So, I'm just gonna full on, like, alright. So, they were in the same room, the brother and the wife. Brother had shirt off, wife was on the bed. Actually, I hadn't asked if she was clothed. That was probably a better question to ask. But according to them, she was sewing his shirt, which I'm not sure I believe, but I don't think that they accomplished anything. I'm generally pretty confused.
He looks amused more than he does, like, bothered by any of it. He just waves his hand. He's like, alright then. I guess I'll let her go tomorrow, but they can all sleep it off.
Yeah. It's a mess. I'm sorry that
Like
this
drunk.
was dropped on you.
We'll let him cool down. We'll figure it out tomorrow.
Yeah, he seems rather irate. So. Alright. Well, sorry again. Have a nice day.
Yeah. So you did get his name too. He's Sir Tiberius. Okay. He's technically the sheriff of Clarence and Glevum.
And Glevum. Oh, yeah. Hey, buddy.
Hey.
Yeah. Given the authority to do so by King Uther, Pendragon.
Yeah, he'll kind of before he leaves, he'll kind of. My name's Sir Everett, by the way.
Well met.
Well met. I was headed towards Glevum, so figure it's best that I make my introduction. However, he's going to look at the three of them in holding cells. Raucous it may be.
Be good.
He doesn't look particularly like phased or stunned. You know that look that like cops have when, like they're like, this is every day for me
anymore.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's just got a cold look to it. He's like, yeah.
Look that I have it.
He's like, this is their problem, not my problem. Like this state.
Yeah.
I think it's Tuesday.
Right.
All right. Well met. Have a nice day.
Right.
Awkwardly leave.
We're gonna go to a brief. Be right back, and then when we get back, the three of you are going to
I never
run
got
into
to know
each
they
other.
actually did it.
Well, actually, you kind of do with your intrigue. I'll spoil that for you. They didn't. Getting to the exact bottom. Yeah.
They intend to.
They were toying with the idea for certain, and they were
Okay.
It was just weird sexual tension.
We weren't sewing in that bedroom. We were not sewing.
They were.
No, she was.
Sewing. They were about to.
She was legitimately sewing.
She was,
legitimately was
and
just sewing his shirt while sitting up.
He
That's
cut
the
his
wildest
shirt,
part of this.
and well, it was all like they were creating their own scenario out of an opportunity.
One of those
God.
situations of like.
Okay,
ooh.
so no, it wasn't innocent
I've been
sewing
there.
in
No.
the bedroom. That wasn't
No.
innocent.
No.
He
Okay.
was trying to be sewing something else.
Yeah. There was a possibility
Wow.
it was gonna go there. It all came down to
Wow.
like basically their final line didn't get to get found out because they got found out. That makes sense. So
Ooh.
Hey, I didn't even
Well-
write that. That's the best part. That came out of a random.
That just
Uh,
came out of a
table.
random. Oh my
Uh-huh.
god! And got given to the character that is the least confident dealing with any of this.
What?
It's just like I don't want to know.
What
Pod.
Bowie?
Bowie's just like, huh?
What Bowie or
No,
not
he's-
Bowie? What Every will not find out later is that she's currently pregnant with her husband's child as well. Because there was a color too, which said father. So. that's what
Yeah,
Every-
I did see the
Oh,
fathers.
she-
I was like, where's the
oh.
father coming? Ooh.
Oh no! Oh
So
hell!
if the husband had stoned her to death, he would have also killed his child.
He would have
Unborn
also
child.
killed. Okay.
Yeah. Yes. you're
Although
picking it up.
when
Exactly.
when she starts showing signs, he's gonna be like, "So you didn't, huh?"
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a whole other can of worms. That poor sheriff. It's gonna come right back to his door in 9 months
Or less.
or less.
Indeed.
Just like
We're gonna go to a very short break. We'll be
look,
back
yeah,
in like
Look.
2 minutes.
all right.
Uh-huh.
we're back.
Baby.
Yes, indeed. All right. So, awareness rule. I think for all three of you, just for funsies.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! Yes.
Fail.
Love it.
I actually passed it.
Okay. Bowie.
Yes, hello. That's me.
You see Every riding up ahead, and you realize that he's riding in the wrong directions. So you pick up speed, just a slight bit of speed to go catch him, and your horse takes off.
Oh no! No!
And before you realize it, you're like in the rodeo right now.
Why? I hate it.
Oh my god, I love it so much.
Alien and Every, you both see this happening with Bowie. Bowie's holding on for dear life as his horse kicks and turns and spins, creating quite the little scene here in the middle of the street.
Can I ride up and try and grab the reins of his horse?
It seems peculiar. Like, normally a trained horse doesn't do this kind of sort of thing. Like,
They do
I
Is
think
there
for
any
Every,
by its feet?
no, I think for Every, you've seen, like, Bowie just seems to have really bad relationships with horses.
Yeah. I'm just gonna try and grab his horse. Let's see how it goes.
To explain this to anyone watching, Bowie actually has a -5 to horsemanship, and it was something to do with the. What was it? Was it like it was
family history. We were rolling
Family
something, and it's just like I have equine dislike.
Horses don't like you.
Horses don't like me.
They
Or my
love me.
family. Yes. Certainly they yin to each other's yang in multiple ways.
Yeah, I'll try and ride up and grab the reins of Bowie's horse. Because I assume I'm used to it at this point. Like, just...
Okay. I think you need to beat Bowie's
The horse.
failure level.
I have to
So-
beat 16.
No, you need to be an 8. You need to succeed and beat an 8. So Bowie would have succeeded on an 8 or less, so 8 minus 8, or 16 minus 8 is 8, right? So you need to succeed and with an 8 or greater, or else Bowie's gonna get flung off the horse.
Oh, well, goodbye, Bowie.
There's good news. You stop the
I
horse.
don't eat shit.
I stopped the horse,
Yeah.
but Bowie eats
The bad
shit.
news. Bowie eats shit. Yeah, 100%.
I eat shit and fall off my horse.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll find the picture.
Okay. Bowie. Just for entertainment purposes.
Mhm.
And this is how it works. We'll make it a D3 because you don't have armor on. 1. You bruise your arm, the one you fall on first, as you try to brace yourself.
Oh, I'm fine. Perhaps I'll walk the rest of the way. I don't even know why I'm still on the horse to begin with. We're in the city.
Yeah.
You're going to walk.
Yes. Fine.
I mean, everybody
Do it
else is
all
on
the time.
horseback, but if it's a bad horse day, it's a bad horse day.
I got flung off of my horse. That's usually when I decide that it's a bad horse day.
All right, are you all right?
Yes. Mostly.
All right. And I'm gonna start leading the horse.
Now, Elian, you witness this. Is there any what would Elian do having witnessed this kind of just ahead of the direction you were making your way?
Really turns on me. I think she kind of. I mean, she just noticed a bunch of knights being suspicious, so she's gonna go investigate. I don't think she saw his face well enough to know if he was one of them.
Okay,
She's
so
like, right, I'm gonna actually pay attention.
right, we'll make this interesting because of the ruckus and stuff. It's like you turn towards it, and then when you go to look back for the, because you were potentially going to try and trail that guy. Am I understanding that correctly?
She get them watching? I'm not sure if I decided to trail them or not.
Oh,
She'd already kind of drawn attention to herself, so she wasn't sure.
is that me? Am I getting robotic, or is that Nicole?
No, it's
It's probably me.
Okay, because everyone's looking a little like. Can you guys like wave or something? I just want to see if I'm getting lag. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of lag. That's okay. Sorry, Nicole. I'm having a hard time hearing what you're saying. Do you want to try again? Let's see if we get this.
Yeah, I'm not sure if she was so much. I mean, was she telling the big guy with the scar?
She was tailing him, or no?
She was watching him and his compatriots, but she doesn't really think getting tangled with him is a great idea at this point.
Okay.
So she's mostly just kind of keeping an eye on where they're all going and trying to memorize their faces and stuff. Yeah, she's probably gonna be distracted when there's a horse going wild.
Okay. I think you see them heading off in the direction of the castle, and then you see this ruckus because you've already stabled your horse, right? So you see this ruckus, and then you look back, and they're kind of like they're out of your view, so you don't know if they continued on to the castle or not. And we'll just for the purposes of like introductions, I think it'd be fun if this is that convergent state where Ellie, it would almost be like rude for Ellie and Bowie and Every to not address each other at all, even if it's just a minor nod or whatever. It's just one of those like you converged on the path at the same general time. So as you're walking by them, I think you see Every hold the horse and Bowie goes flying. You know what? Let's make it fun. Every or
Yeah,
Bowie, you land kind of like right in front of Every or Alien. Sorry, you land right in front of Alien as Alien's walking.
Oh no, I look bad in front of a woman.
It probably takes you a second glance to realize it is a woman.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, at first look, she appears to be a woman, and then you kind of do a double take.
So in that case, So would this like not Ivray wouldn't have helped him up then, or that still
We'll say
happens,
that's like
or
that can still happen, but like this little.
it just doesn't
Why don't
happen
we-
Every did
first?
not help him up. Every caught the
Oh,
horse
that's
and stayed on
That's
his horse.
Yeah.
that's a-
Every
Yeah,
let you
yeah.
pull yourself off the ground.
Fine.
Yeah. There's a pause as Alien looks at what landed at her feet, and then kind of like offers a hand to get him up.
And he'll be like, actually, let me check. How's my score? How's my pride? Oh, he's more modest than proud. So he will look at the hand for a moment and then decide, yes, I'll take that. Forgive that embarrassing display. Horses, you know. Thank you, my good sir. make it for
Elliot,
awareness. Just for funsies.
Well,
yeah, nope.
just for funsies. Nope. Holy man.
Nope. Elian. Not familiar with that name?
Welsh.
Welsh.
I'm Kimrick. I'm from Ascavalon, sorry. I'm sure I know.
I think as you're speaking, it might dawn on Bowie. Yes. My lady. Is kissing the hand standard practice in this time right now?
Ooh, it's a tough call. I mean, it would be an acceptable method of flirting. I don't know if it would just be outright courtesy.
Okay.
And
in that case,
this person's packing a armor, and they look the part of a soldier of some sort. So.
Right, but as they're talking, is their voice like?
Their voice is a little husky, but not really.
Okay. All right, and it probably wouldn't dawn on him quite yet. And we'll say, well, thank you for the help. My name is
Matt, and we would
Bowie.
Not a knight yet. I'm assuming he's in the get-up.
Squires are usually quite.
We didn't introduce him.
Squires are usually quite distinguishable as squires too. Like they don't. It's clear that they're not knights when they're not knights, basically, by whatever. There's the red sash or whatever you want to call it, but it doesn't matter. It's just usually they are supposed to be identifiable as a squire or other knights.
Okay. Yeah.
Would that have been true in Elliot's time, or would that have been a more recent?
Because
15 years.
It's a good point, but no, Elian was around when there were knights. Knights have been around since about 100 years now, almost 80 years.
Elian was a squire once upon a time.
Yeah.
Why is your sire you serve? Must you didn't know you may hurt yourself?
He looks over his shoulder. That's a good question. It appears that he's calming the beast, as it were.
I'll come forward once I realize Bowie's talking to some random knight. Come forward trailing another horse. Thank you, Sir
Elian. Of Escavalon.
Sir Everett Benoit. This is my squire, Bowie.
Well met.
What
Do you see?
is... Yeah, the knight.
I was just curious, there's many knights coming and going from here. What business are you here on?
We're here to check on the state of Glevum.
That seems to be a common reason for why many arrive.
Yes, it seems it's in general disarray.
It is a little strange here, but it's been a very long time since I was searching.
Sorry, can you say that again?
Things do appear to be rather strange here. I haven't been here for a very long time to begin with, so I could be wrong.
You've been in Escavalon then?
I've been around several places.
Oh, indeed.
We travel quite a bit ourselves. Are you why are you here in Glevum, if you don't mind me asking?
My Keen Intelligence sent me to locate my erstwhile brother.
Ah,
Oh, my condolences.
He's always been a troublemaker. He's I was able to track him as far as here, and I believe I found the next place he may have been to. Perhaps you ever met an Amrik who was a bard.
Oh, really?
A bit of a
Father.
disappointment to our father, but
I don't know. I think bards are highly underrated. Not as
yes.
glorious a position, but they certainly have a different perspective.
Because, the air isn't exactly acceptable.
that does complicate it quite a bit.
A bit of an upgrade for you, though. Seem to be doing quite well in his place, I imagine. Or were you both
I
knights?
do not qualify.
Why not?
Everybody's just going to kind of give Bowie a you haven't figured it out. Kind of like I rolled an awareness because I needed to know if Every had spotted. He did. So yeah, I'm just gonna give Bowie a look.
What? Do you disagree? I mean, look at him. He's scratching.
I appreciate the sentiment.
Do you prefer Sir or James?
Sir, if you don't mind, it is how I was originally knighted.
Good to know.
Whoa. That's such a... Not far be it for me to question why you ask anything, Evray. But what?
Bowie, I think by our standards, we would call this fine person Dame Elian, but they were knighted Sir Elian, so we called him Sir.
Oh.
Young man, perhaps I should explain. I am, in fact, a woman.
I was trying not to put it in such layman's terms, but yeah.
Bowie's face is just
That's how long it took for Elian to realize what you were getting at.
Oh, I'm dumb. Oh no. Oh, how, my honor being
the arc of emotions. 12 stages of figuring out.
12 stages of grief immediately.
Would you like to ride together into Glevum by any chance, Sir Elian?
Bob, I have misplaced my notes. Is Glevum the next place on my...
Okay, so this is why we're confused, and don't worry about it. There is a Duchy of Glevum. You're in it.
Mm-hmm.
Inside the Duchy of Glevum, there is a County of Glevum.
County of
Glevum. There's a City of Glevum, which is the city that you went through, Nicole, last week. But you are currently in the city of Corinium in the County of Clarence.
Oh.
Got you.
That's a lot of Glevums.
It is.
That's so
Yo,
many
dog,
Glevums.
I heard you like Glevums.
Yeah. So Duchy... the Duchy of Glevum has the County of Glevum, capital... the capital is the Civitas of Glevum. And then and the county of Clarence. And I didn't make this shit up, so don't shoot the messenger.
We're in Clarence.
Yeah, you're
It's
in
the English
Perineum,
just
the
being
city
difficult.
of Perineum.
Perineum.
Inside.
Clarence. Okay.
Perennia.
Would you like to ride
Um,
to our lodgings in the city together?
um,
Right.
I haven't arranged any of my own as of yet, so I'd be more than happy to go with you. I have already stabled my horse, and it appears your squire has no urge to get back on one, so I would walk if you don't mind.
I like her. She's very sensible.
As you wish, of course. So, Bowie, I'd encourage you to get back on the horse. You keep getting off. Every time he throws you, he's going to keep throwing you.
Mhm.
And I'm going to start going.
Okay.
And just start making my way.
Walking or riding?
I
I'm
need.
riding.
Once you get like a certain amount ahead and it's clear that like walking, I'm not gonna be able to keep up with
Well,
you.
I'm walking
gonna
very
like
slow on the horse. Sir Elliot is walking. Like, I'm not going at a breakneck pace. Like, I'm just riding very slowly.
okay.
Yeah.
Comfortable
Yeah.
walk.
Later,
Okay,
Squire.
Right.
do you want to ride with us? Guess what? Bye.
So I need a couple of rolls from each of you.
Okay.
I need an awareness roll,
Cool.
and then for Every and Bowie.
Ooh,
Oh, that awareness
Yeah.
will
critical
add
awareness.
something. So, Bowie, you're actually going to end up with a recognize roll +3.
Okay.
Elian, you don't notice said person right away, and Every, you may do a recognize roll -2.
-2.
And if it brings,
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh my god, I still succeeded.
wow, that's amazing. All right,
You
That's so
both get to take
beautiful.
those.
you both tick recognize.
Hell yes.
You see a very dashing knight ride by slowly. He doesn't look your way. So just to establish this, the whole idea of the Arthurian incognito knight is not yet a thing, right? Does not exist. Yeah. The whole hiding your coat of arms, like, it's just not something anyone does. That being said, this person is absolutely doing that. And it doesn't matter because you both fucking see him. So Prince Melis is here minus his coat of arms.
Yeah.
And you see him come by. I'm going to assume that with Bowie, it's like you recognize him immediately, exactly because of the awareness. Like, you're like, is that Melwis? And it's like, before he's even in close range, like, you just remember him from the battle, right? I think that's the only time you've ever seen him is the Battle of Summerlin.
Yeah. The hot man we fought with.
Yep.
And Nicole,
The
you can
very
recognize
pretty
this.
man that we fought with.
You don't recognize him immediately, but if they draw attention, if they stop, you're welcome to observe that. Like, no one would miss that part of it, right? So. But what do you
think
all?
she knows who he is, though.
Yeah, exactly. So with that, Rebecca and Emily, what do your characters do?
Bowie, taps, walks up and can't very well elbow Evray from
You could try
his
while riding to see how it goes.
his standing position. And
Elbow
it's
his knee.
gonna grab his elbow or his leg, or just hey,
What?
look, him, the prince from Summerland.
What in God's name?
Indeed. Do you want to find out?
Well, I would do it very quietly. He's hiding. He's not showing his coat of arms. I wouldn't make it very overt.
Bowie will get back on his horse. He wants to look cool.
Well, you know.
Front-
Give me a horsemanship roll.
Oh,
my
no!
God, yes, Bob. I wanted it so bad. I wanted it so bad. Oh,
Fuck me.
I'm so happy. I wanted that to be the. Oh, come on.
I
I wanted it to
succeeded!
be a mess.
It seems to tolerate you, but it's like it's already agitated the moment Bowie goes to mount the horse. It's like already moving like it's agitated. But it tolerates you.
Look, he's gonna talk to the horse. Like, look, you want to look cool too. He's a very important figure. And, you know, if I get knighted soon, perhaps I'll be switched to a different horse. So it's in your best interest. Help me help you.
You're negotiating with your horse. Persuasion
I feel like we
check.
all see this.
Please let it be within earshot. Oh my god. Bowie, do you want to approach? Or should we wait?
I mean, would it be considered rude not
Probably.
to? Or you?
To
So we
approach,
should
probably.
Hmm.
He's hiding his coat of arms.
Being near us won't necessarily give him away, as long as we don't necessarily address him properly.
As they're debating this, Elliot kind of arches one eyebrow and then goes,
Yeah, you have no context.
okay, well, you're doing that. I'm going to go retrieve my horse then, since apparently Billy's ready to fight again. Oh, I'll be right
You're
back.
welcome to
Yes.
ride with me. I wouldn't recommend riding with Bowie while he's a
No, I'm gonna go
perfectly
retrieve my own
competent
horse.
squire. He's
She
less
has
than
her own
so.
horse.
I'm
Okay.
going to go retrieve my own horse.
cool.
What are you doing? Sorry, in the process. Every.
What am I doing?
Yeah, it sounded like you were gonna say something there.
I was gonna, once we had everybody together and everyone's competently on a horse, I'm going to approach the prince because he said he was coming towards us and he was some distance away. Once he gets close enough, I'm going to nonchalantly. Does he look like a knight? Is he dressed as a knight? Or is he dressed as a random dude?
He's
That's a
dressed
better question.
like. I mean, I'll give you this one for free. He's dressed like a mercenary knight.
Hey, join me. Alright, cool. Then I'm going to
we just go up to be like,
I'm
Sir
going
Knight,
to
hello.
ride up beside him and say, I don't believe I've had the pleasure of meeting you, Sir Knight. And like do the sideways glance.
Okay, one sec.
Is he gonna kill me? I would be okay if that was the character that killed me. You know what? Mel was converted
Not
me.
to
I don't
die at
care.
Melwis's hands.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just
Okay.
run a blade through me.
So we'll say, like, I'm assuming Elian and Bowie are within speech range of this when it's happening. Is that
Yeah.
accurate?
Yes. Bowie would be following Ivray.
Elian,
train
test
people
your
behind.
Fey passion for me, please.
I don't think it's possible for me to fail.
Okay. You can't say for certain, but there's something about Melis that reminds you of Fairy. His features, like, so keep in mind he's hiding them a bit. Like, he's got probably the chainmail coif of, like, he's got his hair out of vision. His face is a little more like muddy. You know, he's about as unkempt as, you know, a model might look when they try to not look, you know, great, or an elf in Lord of the Rings, that kind of thing. Like, it's hard to do, but there's something about it that very much reminds you of the elves.
She's not going to comment because clearly people don't like talking about it in the mortal realm, especially these days.
He's got oversized sunglasses and his hair's a little messy.
No, I'm not gonna go with that. What would he go with? No, not that. Bowie, no.
Hey. Goodness.
We'll go with, what's the best one out of them? Bellinus. Why not? He says,
Ooh, Sarah.
actually, hold on one sec. I got an idea.
Take one trait from every... all of those.
Okay. He says, my name is, actually, when so Every had started the conversation. Every had said, I don't believe we've met, right? That was the comment?
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe we've met, Sir Knight.
He says, perhaps not. My name is Sir Meliagrance.
How do I? Meliagrant?
This motherfucker! It's like, I'm Faye undercover. I'm gonna choose, like, the most elaborate elfin sounding name.
Yeah.
I'm totally not a prince from Summerland. Let's have this pagan elfish shit name.
Yeah. Everybody's just gonna kind of nod. I'm Sir Every Benoit, though most recently I've been in Summerland.
Well met.
Well met. What brings you to Clevens?
Close. You
If
mixed
you
like
don't mind
3
me
different
asking.
names, but Caridium.
I'm sorry.
Or Clarence.
I
yeah.
was trying so hard, Clarence.
Just think of it like a
Yes,
nerdy
and
80s kid with like big thick glasses named Clarence. Yeah. There you go.
Okay, Clarence.
Clarence.
Okay, 1 second. Clarence.
Clarence Carter, Clarence Carter,
We're
Clarence
in
Carter.
Caridium.
That's my mnemonic device. I think of like
Alright.
Macaulay Culkin in whatever.
They'll say, what brings you
Oh.
to Caridium?
I'm here like every other mercenary knight. I have a nose for battle. And I sense it is just on the horizon.
No good ones where you're from.
I hardly have a home myself.
Hmm.
I guess I can relate to that. Well, I hope this goes well for you.
I want you all to give me a recognized roll. We'll do +2 on this. Actually, I don't think, Nicole, this just doesn't work for you, so don't bother.
No,
I knew I was gonna.
she has no clue.
I passed. on a -2. I got a +2 and I failed. Oh, we both
I
failed.
also failed
So no worries.
by the
Um,
same amount.
you certainly have not heard of a Sir Meliagrance, but given you know exactly who this is, that doesn't really matter.
Mm.
But he says, if you don't mind, I keep to my own company.
Of course. Let me know if I can be of any assistance. And then he'll yell back to Bowie. And
He's right behind you.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, well, he's still gonna do it. He's gonna say, Bowie, let's go. And he'll like make his horse go faster and will Bowie to stay on the horse when his horse goes faster.
Oh, why?
I'm assuming that Sir Elian is following us since we are in a group.
Bowie will respectfully nod to Sir Meliagrance.
Meliagrance.
And try as he rides after Bowie. Or I'm Bowie as he runs after Bray.
Yeah. Alien kind of lingers, looking at Sir Meliagrance curiously, and then follows. She's really, really curious because he looks like an elf. And fully believes he is Sir Meliagrance because she has no reason to believe otherwise.
Right. That makes sense. Okay. So, I think we're gonna go to like the, like you would settle, I imagine, here for the night. So there's supposed to be some big event tomorrow, right? Like the big event that others are gathering for, which is a feast. Is there anything you want to do in the evening? The city is bustling. I mean, it would be anyways, but especially with all the mercenary knights and folk that are coming in for this, it's not entirely uncommon to have this situation happen, given the tension here. It's like knights flock to war, right? Like moths on light, especially mercenary ones. So maybe we'll go through a list. We'll just say we'll go from the bottom up this time. So Nicole, is there anything that Elian would want to do with the rest of her time for the day?
I think she wants to do some exploring.
Yeah.
Sir Elaine did say that.
And with Sir Elaine,
She's all in.
oh, you're breaking up for me, I think. Going
Oh,
rubato.
Sir Elaine said maybe I should look around, and if I see anything interesting, report that. And,
All right, 2D100.
she hasn't seen a lot of the world.
Let's see what you get up to for the night. $37 and $94. Okay. Are you focusing mostly on kind of checking out the town? And is there any particular goal in mind?
I think she wants to see where the knights are flocking, where they're spending their downtime. But she's also keeping an eye out for like minstrels and whatnot who might know what happened to Emmerich. And if she happens to see any of those guys from the stables earlier with face She's killed him. I imagine he's probably gonna be around mostly like, oh, you're on mute.
That's why. Okay, can you give me? I thought I was just like having that timing issue with you. Can you give me an awareness roll? Let's start with an awareness roll. Okay. Give me a recognize +5. Okay. Killing it tonight. I think.
Yeah.
I think there's a scenario where you notice someone, you swear it's your brother, and then you go up and you approach him and you call him out by his name, and as you get close, you realize that this is not your brother at all, and it's like there's a bit of egg on your face, and just as it's happening, you turn to hear someone like riding behind you. And you see two of the guys, not the bald guy, but two of the other guys, riding off towards the exit of town. Very slowly.
How did I get egg on my face?
Not directly. I meant more like embarrassment of drawing a scene. Yeah, just the statement. Yeah, you do not have actual egg on your face.
It's a figure of speech.
Yeah. You were just left in an embarrassing moment of you jumped to a conclusion, it wasn't right, and then other people saw it, kind of thing. So.
She's gonna kind of bashfully go, sorry, I thought you were someone else. And then she's gonna kind of go off, and she wants to see if she can watch where they're going. Because, guys, she's gonna be quiet about it because it's already mistaken one person for another.
Okay. Why don't you give me a hunting roll next? Remember, you can always impassion yourself if there's something you want to do desperately. You're not always at the mercy of your bad skills. If it's important enough to you, you can always opt to impassion yourself.
I think above family, maybe, because this is an important part of, putting Amaric back in place and kind of restoring some level of honor to the family. Or it could just be honor, I guess. So.
I'll take either. Yep. Both of those are very good points.
No.
Oh.
Oh no. Okay, well, you still get to make your hunting roll off this.
Oh. Was
Alrighty.
Wait, was the
Doing
honor
great.
was the honor at a plus? Or is it naturally a 16 passion?
It's naturally a 16.
Oh no.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do here, because this might change a very short campaign. It's not that interesting to have someone ride off. Let me see. So, let's see what the rolls would be by default. Passion.
Does she have that thing where you can pick one roll?
Yes.
Yeah,
why don't we give her
and
that? So why don't you
re-roll.
re-roll your honor just turns into a failure.
Yeah,
not
treat it as a
fumble.
failure instead of a yeah.
As a
Good
fumble,
call,
real
Emily.
bad.
Yeah.
I remember because y'all let me do one.
Okay, so your honor does drop by 1, as you fail to locate the like you find them riding towards a trail, and you end up lost in pursuit a bit. You end up kind of in a bit of like a forest, nothing thick, right? It just takes you some time to find your way back out, but you aren't able to figure out what they're up to, and you're just getting bad vibes of this whole thing with them. You will be in a state of melancholy for the rest of this sort of campaign, probably, which just gives you a this give you a minus to your rolls. Gives you a minus 5 to your
Is there
rolls.
somewhere to mark it?
We'll just keep note of it. And also your honor goes down to 15. So it's like, for whatever reason, maybe you start to feel like, it's like, I'm never going to find my brother. Like, I can't figure out what's going on here. None of this is like very, like all that stuff. It's like, when you have like a mental breakdown in real life, it's like that. It's like everything is just like, it's just like everything's
Nothing
going
makes
wrong.
sense here.
Yeah. And you're looking at it in a really dark view. But not so much that you're going to run off into the woods and become a hermit for a year. Nothing. So we'll avoid the madness, at least in this.
I mean, for now.
For now.
It does seem like the kind of thing alien would do.
But you did manage to identify that they were heading towards a forest before you like lost them. And so it's like, what the hell are they up to exactly?
So I think that's what she does for her night.
Yeah.
She goes to sleep very sad.
Yeah. Just feeling really lost and alienated. Probably the only sense that she's felt like connected to this world again might have been through Olwen in them. I think it's probably realistically like it's the last. I'm not gonna, you're the one playing the character, but I think it's the last time you've like actually vibed with anything positive since you've been back.
Yeah.
So she's feeling alienated.
Yeah. Well done. Okay, let's do one last scene. I think it makes sense to do this one with Bowie and Every, just because. So why don't you both roll me a D100 and see what we end up with?
Lovely.
58.
$32.
Interesting.
I feel like that's very close to.
What would you two have been up to generally? And then I'll help to make sense of what this is. Like,
I mean, if Every has the choice, he's gonna stay in and kind of map out what they're doing the next day. But I have a feeling that Bowie's not going to want to do that.
I mean, Bowie definitely likes helping you with your plans and everything, but to him, the best way to plan is to, explore with the locals. So, get a
We're exploring with the locals.
Feel for what's going on,
Would you leave Bowie to do that, or would you?
Oh no, Every would go.
Absolutely not.
Every doesn't
Bowie's not to be
by himself.
trusted.
Yeah, no.
Probably gonna end up drunk somewhere.
Yeah, Bowie's like, I want to go. And Every's like, fine. So I am also on this exploration.
We'll start with that. There's some knights gathering at a place to drink. It's not like fancy D&D taverns, right? But there'd be an establishment that would be welcoming those to come and drink. Why don't you both maybe give me a what's the actual roll? Give me a temperate roll, please.
Temperate. Oh please! I don't want to know what drunk Every's like. Okay, cool.
I failed. It wasn't a fumble, thank goodness.
All right, Bowie, I need a Constitution roll, please.
Mhm.
Everybody's like, this is why I come with. This is why I escort. That's why I escort
I-
Bowie. Oh,
I done
buddy,
goofed.
no.
I done goofed.
Big done goof. Oh, buddy.
One second.
Hooray. 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 Have I ever told you that you're my favorite knight?
I'm glad to hear that, Bowie. I would hope
We don't know
so.
if that's canon yet.
I mean, I would believe it's
I mean,
canon regardless.
Yeah, probably.
I would believe Bowie would be like, "You're my favorite knight."
You're my
Everyone's like,
favorite knight.
"Okay." Cool.
Whenever he's
Favorite knight
drunk.
that I've ever squired for. Out of
Only one you've ever scored.
well, you don't. I mean, we don't know that necessarily. I mean,
I'm
I've been
Pretty
a-
confident.
I don't think I was your page necessarily, but I was your squire. I don't know how long I've been in your service.
I got it. I got it. This is perfect. Okay, so
Oh no.
Every give me an awareness test, and Bowie give me a reckless test, please.
Oh no!
A reckless test.
It's to give me one of those drunk people that like takes off into the night, and you're like, "I had them 2 minutes ago."
Yes, I can ride a
That
horse
Never
now.
happens. It's like I bounce at a pub when I see this.
He decides to ride a horse. He's like, "Tonight is the night.
Tonight, you and I should become friends. You and I.
We ride." All right.
We ride
Let's
I
go.
rolled awareness. Reckless.
against all odds. My
Oh my God, that is
recklessness
against
failed.
Bowie, you may tick reckless if you haven't already.
Ticket for failing.
Yep.
I mean, like, I'm not arguing. I'm making sure.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm taking reckless.
You are. Every you turn, like the camera zooms in on Every, and Every's like, you literally were just talking to Bowie, and then some night came up, and you mingled it. This is another night from Genchi and another mercenary night. You're like, oh hi, you turn and Bowie's gone, and you remember the last thing you remember is, effectively, I really need to pee.
Oh,
Oh no.
So, what do you want to do? given that
Fine, Bowie, because I don't. He's drunk.
you pass your awareness, so
Drunk.
you recognize that he's gone, and you quickly go outside. When you get there, you see something rather interesting.
Mhm.
You see Bowie. You can hear him kind of humming to himself because he's that feeling that good. In the
Mhm.
process, you can hear the sound of pee leaving his body, and you see
Yep.
he's found a nice oak tree to pee on.
Ooh.
But you also notice there are a number of locals that just stopped and stared at him, looking distraught. They look really worried.
This is a sacred tree, isn't it? This is something important. Cool. I'm just going to walk up behind Bowie, grab him by the back of the back collar of his shirt, and just start pulling him down like an alley. I don't care. Somewhere out of
I'm being
sight.
abducted. Everybody help!
No. You're yelling for help from Everett while he's pulling you down an alley.
He's drunk. He doesn't know who's grabbing him. He's like,
Yeah.
unhand me.
I pull him down an alley.
Well, as
Right, come on, your
As Bowie
squire.
gets pulled, all the people part, like they get out of your way, like they stay away from him the moment.
His breeches are at his knees.
Right, he's at his ankles. His body parts are out.
Yep, dragging him to an alley.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. All right, you do so. No one gets in your way.
yeah. Pull up your trousers, Bowie.
Oh. Hi.
Yeah, we're gonna be known for that from now on.
Next time, grab me by the mouth so I don't shout your name to
There's not
a
gonna
group
be a
of
next
strangers.
time, Bowie. There's not gonna be a next time.
What?
You are never allowed to drink again.
You can only enforce that for... I'm not gonna be an esquire, so until I am knighted, that's the only time.
If you think that that's true, fine.
You're still gonna
long
boss
as
me
you're-
around.
Yes, I'm entirely going to boss you around. Pull up your
I'm
trousers,
okay with that.
and we're going to go back to our lodgings because now every
And?
knight here knows us as the squire who peed on what seemed like, I don't know if they were distraught because of the tree or because of the fact that your pants were down, but you peed in front of an
They should
entire
be.
village of people.
But soon I shall be known as the knight that pissed on an oak tree.
I just pick him up and start walking.
No! Unhand
lift-
me!
Lift him and start walking back. To
My
the
pants are
lodging.
still down. Break. Let me pull them up. Let
Pull
me
up your
pull up my
pants
pants. I pull up my pants and mess them up.
Yeah.
I pick him back up and keep walking.
Okay.
God. These two are already a mess. They're such a mess. Alright.
So much. This is all I could
I
have wanted.
carry my very inebriated squire back to our lodging.
Okay.
Yep.
That totally won't have any ongoing effects, so it's a fun time.
Yep. I figured
Not
it
a
was
pee
just
boy.
gonna be great.
Not a pee boy. I'm not.
Who
Good
got
times.
back first,
known
by the
for
way?
that.
Did Elian or everyone Bowie get
fucking
back
Elian.
first?
You-
Elian got lost in the forest for a while.
You did.
We went out drinking though.
They went out drinking. I'd say given your failure on hunting, I'd say you came back first, like because you didn't spend, you know what I mean. Well, yeah. Given the melancholy, I think it makes sense that you would have abandoned your task, where they went long enough for Bowie to get drunk enough to pee on a cursed oak tree.
Soused.
So
It was a water stain.
So yeah, you get back and you see this Elian face down on the cot and mumbling to herself.
Carrying a squire. I assume we're not very quiet, but just talk Bowie onto his bed. Like,
You know,
just drop
some-
him.
I
at
have
some
to
point
figure
in-
out if Bowie fell asleep after flailing for so long.
He like passed out while I'm carrying him.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm actually all right here. Hold
give
on.
me another con roll. Make it minus
All right,
minus 5 because you're intoxicated.
let's go.
Oh, don't vomit on me.
I'm not gonna vomit on you.
I'm a little worried.
Oh, if I didn't have that minus, it would have been a crit. But alas, it is a failure.
That's how being drunk works. So instead,
Mm.
you close your eyes and
Mm.
are led the rest of the way half asleep.
Sleepy.
All right. So I get back
Alright.
and I drop him on the floor by his cot
Ooh.
because he deserves this.
Elian, you most certainly hear the loud noises from your neighbors.
Oh no.
Yeah, I drop him on the floor. He can sleep on the floor. And
She stirs for a moment, looks over, and then goes back to being face first, mumbling to herself.
Did you get any good information about the locals? I review. What? Did they say that?
You peed on a tree in the middle of the town, so yes.
Well, if it didn't want to get pissed
Elian,
on,
how did your
it
night go?
shouldn't have been there. I'm sure dogs have pissed on it plenty.
Sir Elian, how did your night go?
She looks up again, looks at him balefully, and goes, I got lost in the woods.
I tried.
I'm sorry to hear that.
She then kind of gathers herself and she goes, there were 2 knights I saw earlier who were behaving strangely, and I attempted to follow them. They went into a forest and I lost track of them.
How
Was it
strangely?
us?
Just suspiciously. I came across them earlier when I was first stabling my horse. There was a group of them all talking, but once I was there, they stopped talking completely, and everyone separated their own ways.
Well,
It just felt strange to me. And they weren't leaving to go into a forest in the middle of the night in the city.
I'll keep an eye out for suspicious people, I suppose.
It does appear
I'm
to be nice.
sorry.
It doesn't appear to be specifically knights behaving this way. I didn't recognize any other heraldry, but that's nothing new.
Yeah, with this much of an upheaval going on, things are bound to be a little bit messy. People will want to take advantage while they can. But we can investigate in the morning better.
Yes.
I think I would prefer to be soused like your squire here.
I can
No one
do
wants to
that.
be
Wait,
my squire right now.
That's oh, like he sits up to do it, and then just like it hits him again. He's like, tomorrow, perhaps, and flops back down.
I'm going to go to bed.
Yeah.
If he gets up, throw a boot at him. I don't care.
No.
I'm gonna drop onto a cot and go to sleep.
Right. We will wrap there for the night. I think it's a good place to stop.
Drunken in an inn.
I hope you all had fun. That felt like a very fun episode to me. So
That was fun.
Yeah.
to see the
I haven't
rain.
gotten to do any of this stuff as like Beatrice. I haven't gotten to do any of the like random justice events. I haven't gotten to get drunk randomly at a tavern. Like,
No,
this is great.
It's been pretty fixed, the main game. Though there's been lots of downtime. It's a very different downtime, but especially because you're not in a major city. But this is what big cities have to offer: the bads and the goods. And we'll find out more about Bowie's scenario through the game.
Yeah, this is gonna be great.
All right,
It's so on point for the character, though.
So next week is our third and final session of Realm of Rivalry, and then we're back on track either the week after or with a 1-week break. We'll be back to enchantment for Summerland. So we'll be back with the Tuesday night Summerland game.
Yeah.
All right.
I love Bowie, but I miss Owen.
Hey, thanks for watching, everyone. Appreciate your time, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Mm.